Okay. Yeah, see the continuation and see the next question. So let me read the question. A car weight, the given car weight 2000 kg. The distance between front and back axles is given 2 meters. And its center of gravity is 1.2 meter behind the front wheel. Okay, front axle. Find force exerted by the level ground on each front wheel and each back wheel. Okay, here see, this is the car. Let us suppose the car is moving like this. See, front there are two wheels and back also there are two wheels. Each will have some contact surface, and of course there will be reaction force, and this is the reaction force. Let me call it as R1. And one more wheel is there, other side. So let me write directly 2R1. 2R1 is the reaction force on two wheels, and back side 2 times of R2 I am taking. Two wheels, back side two wheels, front side two wheels. Okay. And the given center of gravity is at what distance dimension? 1.2 from the first wheel. So this is the front wheel. Let us suppose this is 1.2 meter. The given this distance is, this is the center of gravity. This is 1.2 meter. Okay. And total front and back wheel total gap is given 2 meter. So this is 1.2 means this is 0.8. Okay, 0.8. Now target is to find out what is that R1 and R2. So they are asking find force exerted by level ground on each wheel. So front 2R1, back 2R2. We need to find R1 value, R2 value. Okay. So let us take, see the weight of this car anyhow acts downwards. For translational equilibrium, use two conditions. Translational equilibrium, one equation, and take the torque about any point, you will get another equation. Solve the two equations, you will get the final answer. So this is the process. So for translational equilibrium, upward forces are equal to downward forces. Otherwise, sum of all the forces is equal to 0. So let me write 2R1 plus 2R2 is equals to mg. Okay, they given the car weight itself is given 2000. Okay, car weight is mentioned 2000. So no, the given car mass is 2000. Okay, total is 20,000 like that. Okay, so 2 R1 plus R2 mass is given 2000 kg into 10. So R1 plus R2 is 10,000 newtons. Okay, I got R1, R2. Then take the torque about any point is 0. So for rotational equilibrium, take torque about any point is 0. Take torque about C is 0. Torque about C, nothing but 2R1 into this distance. And see this point is right side. For this arrow tip, this is right side. Right side means minus into 1.2. And for this one, this is left side. Plus 2R2 into 0.8 is equal to 0. Otherwise, for these cases, you can take clockwise moment of force is equal to anti-clockwise moment of force. Okay. Anyhow, 2 cancel. So 1.2 R1 is equal to 0.2 R2. So 12 R1 is equals to 8 R2 and R1 by R2. Otherwise, you can write R2 is equals to 3 R1 by 2. Just substitute R2 in 1, you will get the answer. Substitute R2 here. So from 1, R1 plus R2 is something we got 10,000, and this is R1, 3R1 by 2 and 5R1 by 2. Okay, you will get R1 is equals to some 20,000 by 5, you will get R1. Okay, once you got the R1, substitute that value here. Okay, so if you substitute, say this is 5, this is 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2000 and this is 4000, and substitute here. R2 is equals to 3 into 4000 by 2, 6000 Newton. So R1, R2 are the individual reaction forces. Now on each front wheel 4000 Newton is acting. So total reaction on two front wheels 8000, and each back wheel 6000. Total reaction on back wheels is 12,000 Newtons. Okay, see, to solve this type of questions, just you can take the two equations. One is translational equilibrium, other one is rotational equilibrium. Take translational equilibrium, you equate the forces. Upward force is equal to downward forces, otherwise left side force is equal to right side forces. You will get one equation. Again, take torque about any point is 0, you will get one more equation. So solve those two equations, you will get the answers. Okay, now let us take one more question, simple question only. This is also simple. See, let me read the question, this also. A non-uniform bar of weight is given W. A non-uniform bar of weight W is supported at rest by two strings of negligible weight as shown in figure. The bar is 2 meter long. Then calculate the distance D of the center of gravity of the bar from the left end. See the diagram. They given a bar. See, this is the bar whose length is mentioned 2 meter long. Okay, and this is connected with some string arrangement with an angle 37, and this is also connected with one more string arrangement with an angle mentioned 53. Total length of the rod is given, bar is given 2 meter. Okay, now target is to find out distance D. So the weight is acting like this because of different angles. Weight is acting from somewhere. So this is weight. So target is to find out D. So this is the target. Okay. See, these are the two strings. Okay, connected with some supports by making an angle 37 degrees and 53 degrees. Rod of length is given 2 meters. Weight is something mg. Okay, and target is to find out at what distance this weight is acting. From the left side only they are asking. Okay, to find this, very simple. See, this is the thread, so some tension will act. T1. This is also thread, so some tension will act. Tension acts away from the point with respect to that body. You know that. And see, here, resolve the tension into two components. If this is 37, this is also 37. If this is 53, opposite also 53. See, most of the problems based on resolution concept. T2. So what is this? T2 cos 53, and this is T2 sin 53. Here T1 cos 37, and this side is T1 sin 37. Okay, now take the rod in translational equilibrium. So for translational equilibrium, just you balance the upward force is equal to downward forces, otherwise left side force is equal to right side forces. For translational equilibrium, just I am balancing left and right forces. See, T1 sin 37, T2 sine 53. I think you remember the triangle. So the triangle is 3, 4, 5 triangle. 37, 3, 4, 5. So T1 sine 37 is 3 by 5. This is 4 by 5. No need to write these many steps. Directly we can write. So I got T2 as 3 T1 by 4. Okay, I got the link up between tensions, but the target is D value. Okay. See, to get the D, okay, take the torque about this weight is equal to 0. For rotational equilibrium, take torque about the weight is equals to 0. Any point you can take. So here the possibility is here. Let me take the torque about this point. If this is D, this is 2 minus D. See, this force will create a torque. Okay, this force. There is no torque because of T1 sine 37 because it is acting along this one. And there is no torque because of T2 sine 37. Only these two will create a torque about this W. Okay, so let me write T1 cos 37 and this O. Okay, if this is the O about this point, and this O is right side. So right side means minus T1 cos 37 into D. You can balance left torque is equal to right torque. T1 into distance D. Okay, this one plus. For this O is the left side. T2 cos 53 2 minus D, which is equal to 0. Okay, so equate these two. D T1 cos 37. Okay, let me write cos 37. Okay, let me write in the next step. Cos 37 into D, which is equals to T2 cos 53 2 minus D. Verify the simplifications. T1, let me write T1 as it is cos 37 4 by 5D. T2 3 T1 by 4 cos 53. If this is 37, this is 53. 53 is 3 by 5. 2 minus D. So 5 T1. So this is 16 by 9. 25D is equals to 18 by 25. Okay, so verify the calculations. Here I am targeting only this one. Verify the calculations. See the next step. See, next one, some ladder problem is given. Okay, let us see how to solve the ladder problem. Let me give one simple problem directly. See, find normal reaction force and frictional force as shown in figure. So let me give one simple question. See, they given this one. So here the frictional force is given. Here mu is 0 and this is the ladder. Yeah, this is the ladder whose length is L, mass is M, let us suppose. They are asking to find what is N1, what is N2 and what is F. Next I will give you questions. Okay. Anyhow, weight of the ladder acts vertically downwards. Okay, weight of the ladder is acts vertically downwards. This is equals to what? Mg. And here there will be a normal reaction force, that is N1. there is a contact force here and some friction is there. So the ladder ready to move down this side. Let us suppose it makes angle something theta. Okay, it makes an angle theta, or otherwise let us consider it makes an angle some 37 degrees. Okay, here the ladder is ready to move left side, so the frictional force acts in this direction because the ladder is ready to move in this side, and anyhow this is smooth, so there is no friction, and here the normal reaction force is like this, N2. Okay, target is to find N1, N2, F. 3 questions. They given a ladder of length L, mass M, which is rests on some rough horizontal floor, and other end is placed on a smooth vertical wall. Due to the own weight, the ladder move back, so that the frictional force is at right side. Here let us see how to get this N1, N2 and F. So this is our target. Okay. So for as the ladder to be translational equilibrium, just you balance forces. Upward force is equals to downward force and left side force is equals to right side forces. So upward force is N1 is equals to N1, which is equals to W, nothing but mg. N1 is balanced by only weight. Left side force is equals to N2, which is equals to frictional force. And this frictional force is very clear, mu N1. This frictional force is mu N1. Here the frictional force. F is equal to mu N. N nothing but N1. Okay. And see, let us suppose this is A, this is B. Okay, I got these equations. And take the torque about taking torque about A is 0. Let me take the torque about this point is 0. If I take torque about this point is 0, this frictional force does not create any torque about A. N1 does not create any torque about A. So this weight and length is L. This is L by 2. So this distance from here to here is L by 2 cos 37. This is the perpendicular distance for this weight. L by 2 cos 37. So let me, and due to this weight, this is inside, minus mg L by 2 cos 37. Due to this weight, torque about A is completed. Coming to this one. If this is 37 and this is completely L cos 37 and this is completely L sin 37. This distance is L sin 37. This is the L cos 37, L sin 37. And if you extend this, for this N2, the perpendicular distance about this point is L sin 37. And this is outward, so plus N2 L sin 37 is equal to 0. So L you can strike off it and equate both of them. So mg by 2 cos 37, it is equals to N2 sin 37. So substitute the values, mg by 2 cos 37, 4 by 5, N2 sin 37, 3 by 5. So this is 2. Now N2 I got 2mg by 3. So I got N2. So N2 is 2mg by 3 means this is equal to what? Frictional force. If mass of the ladder is given something 5 kg, then substitute N1 5 into 10 something 500. So N1 is completed. And if the given mass of the ladder, we can find N2. This N2 is equivalent to what? Frictional force according to this question. Okay. So here I written directly find N1, N2 and F as shown in figure. So ladder of length L, mass M and this one. Okay. I am taking torque about this point is 0. Okay. So next one, let me give the question for the next problem. Next also ladder problem. Let me give the question. So maintain the question for the next problem. Next also ladder problem. Yeah, see the question. A uniform ladder of weight W, length L, is resting between rough floor and smooth vertical wall. So next also same. Downside is rough, vertical is smooth. The ladder makes an angle 53 with the horizontal, and a man of weight 3W climbs the ladder and stay at a distance of L by 3 from the bottom as shown. Then find normal reaction and frictional force at its base. And they're asking one more question. Find the minimum coefficient of friction needed to prevent slipping at the base. Needed to prevent slipping at the base. So same like a previous problem, but extra a man of weight 3W climbs at somewhere they given. Okay, so that person also creates some torque at certain point. Okay, and we need to find coefficient of friction. How much coefficient of friction is needed? Okay, so needed to prevent slipping at the base. See the diagram. They given this diagram. See, this is the ladder. Downside is anyhow they mentioned rough, and this is smooth vertical wall. This is the ladder whose length is given. Okay, anyhow this is what? Normal reaction force N1, and weight of the ladder acts from center. But they given a man of weight 3W climbs the ladder, stay at L by 3. Climbs the ladder, stay at L by 3. This W is at distance of L by 2. Okay, this is L by 2. And this is mentioned 53 degrees. And one more person whose weight is 3W. So this person weight also acts vertically downwards, and this is at a distance of L by 3 from this A, let us suppose B. Okay, total length is L. Okay, and here frictional force is acting in this direction because the ladder is ready to move down, so frictional force is in this direction, and this is N2, same process. Okay, and see, this is L, from here to here is what? L cos 53, and this one to this one is L sin 53. Okay, horizontal component, vertical component. For this one, for this W, horizontal component is, L by 2 cos 53 for W. For this 3W horizontal component, this is W. For 3W, this is L by 3 cos 53. So about this A, L by 2 cos 53 from W, from weight of the ladder. L by 3 cos 53 from 3W. Okay, is it visible? Yeah. Now take the same concept for translational equilibrium. For translational equilibrium, just you balance the forces. So if I balance the force, upward forces N1 is upward force, downward forces are W plus 3W. So upward force are equal to downward forces. N1 is equals to 4 times of W, and N2 is equals to F. N2 is equivalent to F. So I am taking translational equilibrium condition. Now take the torque about taking torque about A as 0. So tau A is equal to 0. So I'm using two conditions for all type of questions. First, translational equilibrium one condition and rotational equilibrium another condition. Taking torque about A is 0. So this frictional force does not create any torque about A. N1 also does not create any torque about A. But 3W, W, N2, three forces will create torque about A. Let me continue 3W. 3W for this 3W, this A is right side, so negative. 3W, perpendicular distance for 3W is L by 3 cos 53. L by 3 cos of 53. And for W also right side, minus W L by 2 cos 53. So these two forces are completed, nothing but weights, and N2, for this N2 about A, L sin 53 plus N2 L sin 53, which is equal to 0. Again, use the triangle system. 37, this is what? 53. Okay. So everywhere L is cancelled. Okay. And write this one. N2 sin, I am using steps. N2 sin 53, which is equals to W plus W by 2 cos of 53. Okay, W plus W by 2 cos 53. N2 sin 53, 4 by 5, 3W by 2 cos 53, 3 by 5. So N2 is equals to 9 by 8 W. So if weight is given, we can get N2. And see, N2 is this much, of course, this is equal to what? F, frictional force. But they are asking coefficient of friction needed to prevent slipping. So coefficient of friction needed. So the minimum coefficient of friction needed. Anyhow, this is equal to F, and the minimum is, so they are asking minimum. So minimum means for minimum coefficient of friction, F must be less than or equals to mu N1. F is nothing but what? Mu N1. Target is mu. But this F nothing but N2. And N2 we got 9 by 8 W. Mu N1 4 W. W gets cancelled. So 9 by 32. So 9 by 32 less than or equal to mu. So mu greater than or equals to 9 by 32. So this much of coefficient of friction is needed. Okay, at the base. So mu greater than or equals to 9 by 32. See the next question. Again, let me read the question. So some calculations question. A uniform ladder whose length is given 2a, okay, as shown in figure. What is the minimum angle theta with the floor so that the rod does not slip? So what is the minimum angle theta with the floor for no slipping? Means at what angle we have to place the rod so that the rod does not slip along the floor. So we need to find angle. Means at what angle we have to keep the ladder along the floor. See, they given this diagram. And see, this is theta, and they given this coefficient of friction is mu1, and here also friction is given mu2. Okay, mu2 and here mu1. Target is to find out, means at what angle we have to keep the ladder along the floor so that the ladder does not slip. Means some friction is needed. So here again same process. This is what? N1, and here the frictional force is F1, which is equal to mu1 N1. Weight of the ladder anyhow again W, L is the length. They mentioned A. This is A, this is A. Okay. Let us suppose this is A and this is capital B. And see the ladder will ready to come down. So that means frictional force in this one is F2, which is equal to mu2 N2, because the ladder ready to move down. So frictional force is acts upwards, and normal action force anyhow it is clear N2 in this wall. Okay. So again the same conditions. Let us take the upward forces, downward forces. What are the upward forces again? So the upward forces are equals to downward forces. N1 is balanced by W. N1 balanced by W. And coming to the downside forces. Any downside forces are there? Upward force N1 balanced by W. One more is there. Yeah, N1 plus this F2. N1 upward force. This is also F2. F2 which is equals to W. So N1 plus F2. Mu2 N2 is equals to W. Some equation 1. Upward force are equal to downward forces. I got one equation. Left side force are equal to right side forces. What are the left side? Left side is F1, which is equals to N2. That means N2 is equals to F1. What is F1? Mu1 N1. Okay, based on situation, I am going to use these equations. Again, take torque. Taking torque about A is 0. Again, I am following the same process. So this force does not create any torque here. This force does not create any torque here. Only these two will create torque about A. So due to this is A, and this component is A cos theta. And complete is 2A cos theta. From here to here is 2A sin theta. See, most of the problems based on resolution. Now coming to the W. For this W, this is right side. Means in minus W A cos theta. Plus for this N2. So N2. For this N2, this is at what distance? 2A sin theta distance. N2, 2A sin theta distance. And F2, for this F2, this is left side. So outward. And for this N2, left side, outward. So F2 from here to here is now the perpendicular distance for F2 is 2A cos theta. Of course, this is frictional force F1 mu1 N1. So F2 perpendicular distance 2A cos theta, which is equal to 0. Okay. Now simplify the equations. One is cos, other one is sin. Then you simplify like this. Take this one. W. So A cancel. W cos theta minus 2F2 cos theta is equals to 2N2 sin theta. So W minus 2F2 2N2 sin theta, and here I taken cos theta common. So cos theta. So 2N2. So this is tan theta. Tan theta is equals to W minus 2F2 by 2N2. Substitute all the values, you will get some equations. W. So what is W? W nothing but N1 plus F2. N1 plus F2 minus 2F2 2N2. So tan theta, okay, simplify the equations. You will get one answer. Tan theta is equals to N1 minus F2 by 2 N2. So tan theta, which is equals to N1 minus, what is F2? F2 mu 2 N2. Mu 2 N2 by 2 N2. So based on the given option, you extend the answer N1 by N2. So 1 by 2 N1 by N2 minus mu 2 by 2. So tan theta, if I take 1 by 2 common, N1 by N2 minus mu 2. N1 by N2 is 1 by mu 1. From this N1 by N2 we can write as 1 by mu 1. So 1 by mu 1 minus mu 2. Okay, based on the given option, we extend this calculations. Is it visible that side? Yeah. Okay. See one more good level of question. See, for every ladder problem, concept is same. Take the translational equilibrium, balance the forces, you get one equation. And next, take torque about any point is 0, you will get one more equation. And solve the two equations, you will get the answer. Okay. Now let me try one more good question. See, let me read the question. The ladder shown in figure has negligible mass and rests on frictionless floor. Okay, the crossbar connects the two legs of the ladder at the middle. The crossbar connects the two legs of the ladder at the middle. The angle between the two legs is given 60 degrees. And the fat person sitting on the ladder has a mass 80 kg. Then find the contact force exerted by the floor on each leg and tension in the crossbar. So they are asking contact force exerted by the floor on each leg and also tension in the crossbar. See the diagram. They given the crossbar is looks like this. So they given the ladder in this manner. Here a fat person is sitting. Whose mass is given 80 kg. Of course, they given the diagram. Yeah. See the given this diagram. And crossbar's angle is given 60 degrees. Target is to find out contact force and tension. See, here there will be a normal reaction force because there is a contact, and normal reaction is, let us consider this is N. If this is N, of course this is also N because same. Okay. And the weight of this one, weight of this person acts exactly downwards. Okay, that is equivalent to what? Mg. So for translational equilibrium, N plus N, upward forces are equal to what? Downward forces. Downward forces means W, 2N, this is Mg. So 2N, Mg, M into G. So N is equals to 400 Newton. So normal reaction on each leg, 400 Newton. And because of this weight, this there will be tension in the middle of this ladder. They're asking tension in the crossbar. So tension in the crossbar. So because of this weight, there will be some tension here. So the tension is in this direction, tension. Okay. Now target is to find out this tension. Okay. So this is 60 and this is 90 and how much this one? 30. Let us suppose this is something point A. Let me take torque about A. Taking torque about A is equal to 0. Torque about A. At this point, W is acting. Due to this weight, there is no torque at here. But due to this, some torque is acting at A. Due to this, some torque is acting. Okay? So let me take the torque about this point. So torque about this one is due to this force, N is at a distance of this one. See the diagram. This is 60 and this is 2 because this height is 2. This is something X. Let us take some tan 60. Tan 60 is equals to what? 2 by X. This is root 3. X is equals to 2 by root 3. So this is the perpendicular distance for this N1. For this N. For this N, perpendicular distance is X. So for this one, this is right side. Minus N into X. N into perpendicular distance is X. Next, coming to the T. For this T, so T is acting in this direction. For T, there is a 1 meter gap. So T, that is left side. T into 1, which is equal to 0. So N into X is equals to T. N, X value 2 by root 3 T. So T is equals to 2 by root 3 N. Check the calculation, 2 by root 3 N. So 2 by root 3, 400 newtons. Okay. So this is the required answer. You can apply for right side also, you will get the same. 2 by root 3 into 400. Okay. So here N is acting upwards, N is acting upwards. Just I balance the upward force is equal to downward force. Then let me take torque about this point. About this point means due to this force, there is a torque here. Due to this, there will be a torque. I am taking only this left side. So N is at distance. This is something X. X nothing but I got this one. So tan 60 root 3. So root 3 2 by X. Yeah, it's correct. Check it. Check the calculations. So finally I got 2 by root 3 400 newtons. Now see the next question. Let us find torque and some link up with angular acceleration. Anyhow, we know the rotational analog of force is torque. So let me compare some equations. So the rotational analog of force is torque. So in a linear motion, let me give some comparison in kinematics and in laws of motion. And this is rotatory motion. So let me compare first. So in linear motion, u, v are the initial final velocities. In rotatory motion, omega, omega naught, omega are the initial angular velocity, final angular velocity. A is the linear acceleration. Here A turned to be alpha. And here time anyhow same. And you know equations like v is equal to u plus at. Here v nothing but omega, omega naught plus alpha t. Okay, because I am teaching only entrance point of view formulas. So keep the formulas in mind. Okay. So anyhow you covered theory in your regular classes. Now I am focusing only formulas. And here v square minus u square is equal to 2as. This is omega square, omega naught square 2 alpha theta. What is theta? Angular displacement. Okay. And see, this theta is what? 2 pi n. And you know the unit. Omega unit is radian per second. Sometimes they may give RPM. I think you remembered 1 RPM, 1 revolution per minute. 1 revolution, nothing but 2 pi radian per minute, 60 seconds. So 1 RPM value, pi by 30 radian per second that you covered in circular motion. Okay, sometimes RPS they will give 1 RPS, 2 pi radian per second. Okay, and see, we can find stopping distance here at what, if the wheel is rotating, at what angular displacement the wheel will stop. We can find those problems by using these comparisons. And let me use one more. In laws of motion, we use mass, and here mass turned to be moment of inertia I. And let me write fast. Force, nothing but ma. Here force turned to be torque. M nothing but I, A nothing but, keep in mind, alpha. Tau is equals to I alpha. We know V is equals to, sorry, this is the link of relations. So tau is equals to I alpha. Okay. And we know kinetic energy half mv square. Here kinetic energy half I omega square. Linear momentum mv. Here P turned to be angular momentum I, V nothing but omega. L is equals to I omega. You know kinetic energy P square by 2m. And here kinetic energy we can write it as L square by 2I. And you know loss of kinetic energy delta Ke half m1 m2 by m1 plus m2 v1 minus v2 whole square. Here loss of rotational kinetic energy half I1 I2 by I1 plus I2 omega 1 minus omega 2 whole square. And power, we can write work power, everything we can write. Okay, so W is Fs in previous chapter, F nothing but tau, S nothing but theta. Power, work by time, Fs by T. Now here tau theta by T, tau dot omega. Okay, you will get the power. So use these formulas to solve some simple level of questions, because next time I am going to solve the problems related to angular acceleration. I think you have remembered V is equals to one more formula like R omega. Once you apply the derivative, so dV by dt nothing but A, R omega nothing but alpha. A is equals to R alpha. Okay. So by using all these things, let me find some problems based on torque and angular accelerations. Okay, some wheel is rolling, something values will come. Okay, so far we covered only problems related to some translational equilibrium and some rotational equilibrium. Still so many questions are there. For example, they given a roller. See, just I am giving the data. A roller whose mass is something m. Okay, and there is a step. So this type of problem is also important. We use only torque concept. This step of height is given something h. So if any force is applied at the center, means how much force you have to apply at the center so that this roller has to climb this step. Okay, roller has to reach onto the step. Okay, and this radius is something r. Okay, this height is clear. Total radius is r, and this is h, and this is very clear, r minus h. Okay, this distance, let us suppose x. If this is something O, just you take the torque about O. Take torque about O is equal to 0. Okay, otherwise, instead of that, just you find this distance. or you can take something A again. Take torque about A is equal to 0, same process. So here the weight of the roller is mg. Mg is at a distance of x, and this force is at a distance of what? R minus h. This is R minus h. So torque about A is equal to 0 means mg for this left side is there, mg into x, and this one is right side minus f into r minus h, which is equal to 0. So f is equals to mg x by r minus h. Okay, and this f is greater than this value mg x by r minus h, then this roller will reach onto the step. Okay, so this type of problems also there. So we will see somewhat depth questions in the next classes. See here, this force is, if f is greater than mg x by r minus h, then the roller climbs this step. The same concept is there like toppling. We will see toppling also. Okay.